Again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. That's my pan of colors. I'll list under the video from the previous warm-up tree I did. And I'm going to add some Chantilly lace, because I didn't have any white in the last one. And I want a little bit of this sour lemon with orange crush in it, because it's bright. And I might want a little bit of the orange crush if it's open, which it doesn't seem to be. But I have tweezers that are on my Amazon link and they work pretty well usually. I cleared out as many of my bottles as I could before I started, so I was somewhat confident that this would not happen, and it happened anyway. Now, the one thing I didn't use in my last video was the jasmine, and I missed it. And I also didn't use any wild orchid, and both the jasmine is a primary element and the wild orchid is a prism pour. And this is Alizarine Rose. This is a Vivid Intense that's a new favorite. I see that thing that does not belong. It keeps drawing my eye. So I had the paint covered, but it wasn't a tight seal. So I'm a little worried about getting on with this. I really want to add some gold, or I should say some more gold. In that case, it's going to be the Indian Spice. Now I had too much paint, too much base paint in my last piece, which means there should be the perfect amount if I'm lucky. I also didn't use any more Fandango, and I want some. It goes well with the dark waters. Cross your fingers, this winds up looking good. Shouldn't worry about getting anything out of the way. I'm not spinning. I'm going to take my pan of colors. Get my stick out of the way. Oh, that worked well. This is an 18 by 24 inch canvas, and I want to make a gnarly tree, which I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm going to try anyway. I had a wicked section to the bottom. To get rid of a cat hair. Well, I meant to put a base layer, some colors down below, but I didn't do that. Looks like I'm going to have colors left for tomorrow. I don't even know if this is going to work at this point. Not happy with that. Alright, let's see what I can do with my base. Scrape off my bottom again. I'm not sure what I'm doing. But I'm just going to keep doing it. Whatever it is. Trying to remember to scrape off my bottom. Definitely getting the gnarly aspect out. And I've got a little bit of time to work. I'm kind of liking it. I want to do something with that splooge up there. But I'm thinking if I work nearby and don't panic, it'll probably resolve itself. Sometimes I don't mind when you get a thin layer of paint, but if it's going to show the canvas through, I'm not going to be happy. I'm just going to dip the edge of my shovel right in. Grab a little more. Camouflage that splodge. Splooge. Trying to be a little more careful now that that's happened. I'm not minding that. I might want to do something with this. I gotta remember to keep scraping off my bottom. Pretty cool so far, so good. I'm not unhappy. I don't have a lot of elbow room to add more marks that I need to scrape off the bottom of my shovel with. Spread that right out. Push it right up. Pull this one right down. Try not to get too freaky. Grab a little more paint. Try and remember to scrape the bottom off. Now adjustments can be definitely made with the, yeah, I'm liking all of that. Ha! How much more I want to do is another question. I'm trying to be thoughtful and slow and considerate of my composition as I go. Could just be a really cool rainbow colored dead tree. I don't think it's going to get any leaves, I can tell you now. When I like my new notification tone, it's not obnoxious at all. Oops. Must be time to pull out a Princeton Arctic Catalyst spatula. Let my shovel rest. Which means since it's in my hand, I might as well use it, right? Fatten up my branch a little bit. I think bigger is better at this point. Going small isn't necessarily going to help me out that much. I'm really liking what I've got. I'm kind of inclined to turn it around to show it to you. I'm hoping you can see most of it actually, now that I think about it. It's time for that spatula again. I'm very quiet, I'm sorry. I don't want to mess this up because I'm really liking what I've got. I had regretted having too much paint, but I don't really right now. Deadwood. Still pretty though. Where to stop or when to stop, that is the question. I don't like that. I kind of liked it for a minute, but I changed my mind. Will she be able to do it in time, folks? I want something over here. Before I lose my paint's ability to do anything over there. I wish it were easier to put it under cover. So I can see a few places that kind of bug my eye, and this is one of them. Although I'm not sure that was a great move on my part, but this is basically not much instruction and lots of just watching. So it doesn't matter what shape the branches are in reality, because if it's dead, they could be any old shape, because they could be broken. Why don't I just use what's in the shovel? That works really well usually. Off the spatula. There we go. Well, I don't regret not putting anything underneath. I think it's almost time to show you. It's definitely almost time to show you. I'd like to be able to have a few things crossing over so it adds some dimension to the whole thing. I'm not sure what, if anything else, I'll do to this, but I want to put some of my paint into my shovel, and then I'm just going to have some paint I'm not going to know what to do with. Find out if it's still useful. So I have 30 playlists of 100 videos each, and all of the contents of those playlists are also on playlists that are described by genre, like swipes, landscapes, stuff like that. And if you need any of those ever, just ask me, because I have them all saved and easily retrievable, as opposed to the way that it's set up on YouTube, which is go to playlists, all playlists, created playlists. Yes, I see that thing I just dropped. It won't be so bad now that I gotta quit doing that. Okay, I must be done. I know I had a paper towel there yesterday. Let's turn her around if I don't have too much paint on my fingers. Hope I can get it all into the camera view. If I continue to add some branches, you'll understand what happened. But otherwise, I'm going to try and make sure you can see all of this. Hopefully. Yeah, that's not bad.